From Spanish lockups whose weathered halls are said to hold the tormented ghosts of past inmates, to German cell blocks where it's rumored vengeful spirits and much darker things linger. Chilling apparitions, poltergeist activity, and age-old legends await on this countdown of the world's most haunted prisons. Let's start things off with Number 5. The Port Arthur Historic Site. The Port Arthur Historic Site, situated amidst the stark landscapes of Tasmania in Australia, holds a storied past that is fraught with pain and suffering. Established in 1830 as a remote penal settlement, it swiftly earned a reputation as one of the harshest convict colonies in the British Empire. Inmates who were sent here were often repeat offenders, regarded as the worst in society, and subjected to backbreaking labor, cruel punishments, and relentless isolation. Within the confines of this sprawling complex, the separate prison stands as a sinister testament to the psychological torment prisoners were subjected to. Designed with a panopticon layout, it enforces silent contemplation and spiritual reflection, and its inmates, isolated in individual cells, were denied all forms of communication and sensory stimulation, with the aim to break their spirits and instill obedience. The suffering and anguish experienced by those held captive in Port Arthur seems to have left an indelible mark on the site, manifesting in various forms of paranormal activity, and ghostly echoes of the past reverberate throughout the ruins, with visitors and staff alike bearing witness to unexplainable occurrences. Apparitions of prisoners, their spectral forms adorned in tattered uniforms, have been sighted wandering the historic grounds, often vanishing into the shadows. The separate prison, considered to be a hotbed of spiritual activity, exudes an oppressive energy that's difficult to ignore, and many who have braved it have described feeling sudden drops in temperature, as well as an intense weight upon their chest, making it challenging to breathe. The sensation of being watched by unseen eyes and the eerie sound of phantom footsteps have led some to believe that the tormented souls of the past continue to roam within these halls. In addition to these experiences, there are accounts of mysterious orbs and unexplained light anomalies caught on camera, and visitors have reported inexplicable cold spots as if icy fingers are brushing against their skin, leaving them with a chilling reminder of the prison's haunted history. A spectral woman in a flowing white dress, believed to be the apparition of a former matron, has been encountered in various locations, leaving behind a palpable sense of sorrow and unrest. The chilling tales of Port Arthur's hauntings are perpetuated by numerous reports, each contributing further to the legacy of a place that seems to be trapped between the realms of the living and the dead, forever bound by the agony endured within its walls. Number 4. Carabanchel Prison. Carabanchel Prison, a formidable structure that once cast a long shadow over Madrid in Spain, is steeped in a history of repression, suffering, and dark secrets. Constructed amidst the Spanish Civil War, it bore witness to an era of ideologic strife, where political dissidents and rebels were incarcerated within its walls. However, the atrocities committed here extended far beyond the confines of the war, as it continued to be used as a place of torment during the subsequent Franco regime. The prisoners housed within Carabanchel experienced brutal interrogations, inhumane conditions, and often faced the prospect of execution, and its role as a repository of pain and fear left a long-enduring scar, one that appears to have transcended time itself. The tormented history of Carabanchel Prison has left an indelible mark on the site, with many attesting to its eerie and unsettling atmosphere. As the doors of this imposing fortress swung shut for the last time, the specters of the past appeared to linger on, manifesting in a plethora of otherworldly phenomena. Visitors who dare to explore the labyrinthine corridors have reported encountering apparitions of former prisoners, their faces etched with expressions of anguish, and the sound of echoing cries, as if the walls themselves remember the pained voices that once filled them, have been heard reverberating through its desolate corridors. Cold spots, sudden drops in temperature, and inexplicable gusts of wind have left many with the chilling sensations that they are not alone within the prison's confines. Shadows are known to dart about, as if hinting at the presence of unseen entities that continue to inhabit its darkness, and phantom footsteps, the rustling of unseen garments, and even whispers too faint to discern the words of, paint an unsettling portrait of a prison still inhabited by the echoes of its tragic history. The oppressive aura that envelops Carabanchel Prison draws those who enter into its palpable atmosphere of dread, as if its very stones retain the scars of suffering that unfolded within, and it now serves as a stark reminder that the pain of the past is not easily forgotten, as the lingering specters of the prisoners and their unspoken stories continue to weave a tapestry of haunting that defies the passage of time. Number 3. Fremantle Prison. The imposing structure of Fremantle Prison, standing as a sentinel in the Western Australian town of Fremantle, tells a tale of grim history intertwined with human suffering. Erected by the labor of convicts in the mid-19th century, this prison was a place of harsh punishment, forced labor, and even execution. Notably, it played a central role in the colonization of Australia, serving as a destination for those transported from Britain for a wide range of offenses. The atmosphere within the prison was one of oppression and of despair. From the cruel conditions to the haunting gallows where the lives of inmates were extinguished, Fremantle Prison carries with it the weight of its past. Fremantle's reputation as one of Australia's most haunted locations is supported by a litany of spine-tingling reports from visitors, staff, and paranormal enthusiasts alike, and these accounts paint a vivid picture of a place that still resonates with the echoes of its painful past. Apparitions of former prisoners and guards have been sighted, sometimes fleeting glimpses that fade into the darkness. The sounds of disembodied footsteps echo through corridors, often accompanied by the feeling of being watched or followed by something unseen. And visitors have reported strange light anomalies and unexplainable shadows, leading some to believe that the prison's restless spirits continue to roam. The gallows, a place where the ultimate price was exacted, remains a focal point for haunting experiences. And near, witnesses have described hearing the creaking of ropes as if they were reliving the final moments of those who faced their end on said gallows. And the oppressive atmosphere through the area and the palpable weight of history that permeates it have left many feeling overwhelmed by the lingering energy of past executions. Tales of cold spots, sudden temperature drops, and unexplainable sensations of being touched are commonplace, with the stories of ghostly encounters often aligning with the prison's history of pain, suffering, and executions, and creating an aura of haunting that resonates within those who dare explore its corridors. Guides who lead tours through Fremantle Prison share chilling stories of unexplained phenomena, adding depth to the tales that circulate about its ghostly inhabitants. And the prison's chilling legacy continues to draw those who seek to unravel the mysteries that lie within its walls, connecting the world of the living with the spirits of the past in a haunting tapestry of timelessness. Number 2. Hohenasperg. Perched high above the town of Ludwigsburg in Germany, Hohenasperg is a centuries-old fortress that bared witness to a tumultuous history. Initially erected as a defensive stronghold, it evolved into a place of imprisonment that spanned various eras, each leaving its mark on the edifice's storied walls. However, it was during the Nazi regime that Hohenasperg's darkest chapter unfolded, as it was transformed into a site of incarceration for political dissidents and adversaries of the oppressive government. The fortress's history intertwines with the torment endured by those who were held captive within its confines, and the stories of resistance, suffering, and persecution that unfolded here were etched into its very stones. The layers of history that have accumulated within Hohenasperg appear to have given rise to a multitude of paranormal occurrences, creating an atmosphere that feels suspended between the realms of the living and of the dead. Witnesses have reported encountering shadowy figures, their forms fleeting and elusive, as if they're a mere breath away from vanishing. These apparitions are often observed out of the peripheral, their presences lending an unsettling energy to the already eerie surroundings, and the sensation of being watched, accompanied by unexplained cold spots, has prompted some to believe that the tortured souls of the past still wander the fortress. The echoes of voices, long silenced, seem to reverberate within its stone walls, evoking an unsettling feeling that the very air is saturated with the pain and anguish of former prisoners. Phantom cries, as if carried on the wind, give voice to the torment that once echoed through the corridors, and the oppressive atmosphere of Hohenasperg is palpable, manifesting as weight upon the chest and a feeling of unease that settles into the pit of one's very stomach. Cold drafts and gusts of wind, seemingly originating from nowhere, are frequently experienced. These anomalies are often accompanied by a tangible drop in temperature, leaving witnesses with an eerie reminder of the unseen forces at play. And the flickering of shadows, the whispering of unseen entities, and the overwhelming sense of dread together contribute to the fortress's otherwise chilling reputation. The memories of resistance fighters, political prisoners, and the countless others who suffered at the hands of the Nazis has been imprinted upon the very fabric of Hohenasperg, and their unspoken stories seem to permeate the atmosphere, evoking a haunting presence that reminds all who enter of the anguish and torment that once held sway here. Number 1. San Juan de Ulua. Standing as a sentinel along the shores of Veracruz in Mexico, the formidable fortress of San Juan de Ulua harbors a history laden with bloodshed, conflict, and suffering. Initially constructed as a defense against pirates, the fortress evolved to become a prison that housed political adversaries, common criminals, and even historical figures such as Hernan Cortez. This weathered fortress bore witness to centuries of battles, imprisonments, and executions, and it stands as a testament to the duality of human nature, the clash between oppressor and oppressed, victor and vanquished, all played out within its imposing walls. The accumulated layers of history within San Juan de Ulua have given rise to an aura that transcends the boundaries of time, as if the past and present coexist in a state of perpetual convergence, and both visitors and staff members have recounted encounters with the supernatural that defy logical explanation. Apparitions of former prisoners, guards, and even military personnel have been witnessed wandering the expansive courtyards and passages of the fortress. These ethereal figures often manifest only momentarily, their presences suffused with an aura of melancholy and restlessness before they dissolve into the ether. The sounds of phantom footsteps echoing along the stone floors create an eerie auditory tapestry that intertwines with the fortress's history, and those who wander its corridors have reported hearing eerie whispers carried on the breeze as if spoken by unseen lips. The sound of phantom footsteps echoing along the stone floors create an eerie auditory tapestry that intertwines with the fortress's history. Those who wander its corridors have reported hearing faint whispers carried on the breeze as if spoken by unseen lips, and the sensation of being touched by cold fingers brushing against the skin has startled many and left them with an unsettling sense that the spirits are near. The former prison cells, where countless souls languished in captivity, remain an active site of paranormal activity, and witnesses to their bounds describe inexplicable drafts that sweep through the chambers, often carrying with them a feeling of heaviness and sadness, as if remnants of past anguish still cling to these spaces, manifesting as inexplicable drops in temperature, sudden gusts of wind, and strange light phenomena. The weight of dark history is palpable within San Juan de Ulua, as if the emotion, pain, and turmoil that once defined its walls are forever etched into its very essence. The boundary between the living and the departed appear to blur within its confines, as if the spirits of the past continue to weave their stories into the fabric of the present. Incidentally, this fortress stands as a testament to the enduring connection between history and the supernatural, a place where the echoes of human struggle continue to resonate through the ages. Thanks for joining me on this list of some of the world's most haunted prisons. If you enjoyed listening to my histories and ghost stories, subscribe to my channel, like this upload, and share me with anyone you feel could use a good scare. I'll catch you next time.